Hi guys, hope everyone is well and welcome to this week's Crypto Chiefs YouTube video where we are going to take a look at the month of April and also as we step into a new quarter, so quarter 2 of 2023, what could lie ahead of the market and looking at some of the key indexes as well. Before we begin the video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always in the comment section below I will pin a link to our free Telegram group and also a link to our website where you can check out all of the results from our premium signals group. We are just about to put our results on there for March, another good month, so you can check out all of the signals that we have traded. So first of all, looking at Bitcoin, and this is the one-day chart we are looking at, and we can clearly see that despite we've had a lot of moves above 28,500, the other day even touching 29,200. Every daily close has actually been below 28,500. We're yet to get above that, and this is the support from the May 2022 lows. So we can see that in during this range that we had in May, every single daily close was above 28,500, so that was the support, and now we have every daily close below 28,500, which is now the daily resistance. So obviously we need a daily close above that. That would be our, the first goal for an upwards move, a daily close above 28,500, and we can start to look to push into the 30,000 area. And if we was to get a pullback, there is still an area untouched where a lot of people are looking for an entry, and that is around 25,300. So this was a previous key resistance area. We can see not just this year, but also in August as well. So if I just mark that across here, so 25,300 down to 25,000, we can see throughout this huge range we had here, we've got a number of taps of it. Eventually that was flipped, but on the daily, so far we are yet to back test that as support. So if we do get a move down to 25,300, the expectation is that we do see a nice bounce in that area. Now, a little bit more longer term than that, and price targets. This is looking at the Bitcoin CME futures chart, and CME Group are the biggest derivatives trading group, offering futures trading on all sorts of commodities, metals, agriculture, everything, and also more recently crypto. And essentially there's gaps left on this chart because they, unlike crypto, it actually closes on a Friday and reopens on a Monday. So the weekend trading leaves gaps, and the idea is that these are always filled. It can take days, it can take weeks, months, but eventually the gaps will be filled. And we can see how just recently we had this CME gap here, which I will show you, that was running with 28,800 down to 27,300. We can see that this gap was formed by the move down, the big move down we got in June. It happened over a weekend, and this left the gap behind. Now, it's taken a long time to fill that, as we can see, but just the recent price action has completed the closure of this gap. Another example we can see is how in the gap that was created here in January, on the move down at the start of March, we've just filled that sort of at the low 20,000 area. But we've actually left, in closing that, we've actually left another gap because this move happened over the weekend too. So to the downside, we have this CME gap, the low 21,000 area down to about 20,300. Eventually we would look for this to close on a move down. So this could be a good bounce area if we get it, or when we get it. And looking towards the upside, so if we do flip this 28,500 area that I mentioned on the daily and we start to continue up, we have this other CME gap which was created in May last year over this weekend trading, and that starts at around 34,500. So we would be looking for something like this to fill that gap there. Now, looking at some of the indexes and the dominance, obviously we've been the altcoins have been really affected by Bitcoin dominance over the last few weeks. So Bitcoin's been very strong, but alts just haven't followed suit in the same way. And we can see we're really just in one huge range. Well, really since May 2021. So we're looking at a 2-year range here, and we are around the range highs, but potentially it's still looking strong around here. We do go up to test 49%, where we would expect, or we would hope to see a rejection in that area, because a rejection there, and we start to see a stronger move in altcoins. But yeah, at the moment, looking pretty strong around the resistance at the moment. USDT dominance, we've been in this range for most of the year. We did have this this breakout of it here, but it quickly followed back into the range. And I've put this line through the middle of the range because we can see this is also a key area. So it acted as resistance here and support here. And right now, this mid-range is acting as support. And obviously, USDT dominance, the lower it is, the better it is for altcoins. So to be fair, this isn't particularly high. It's been much higher. So if this sort of stays where it is, the main thing we're really looking for is the drop in Bitcoin dominance to help push altcoins up. Another key index to look at is the total 2 market cap. So the market cap excluding Bitcoin. And we can see right since New Year's Day, I've been showing a lot of it on Twitter as well. We've had this uptrend line. We did break down from this right at the start of March. And since then it has flipped and is now acting as resistance. So we can see a number of times this has now rejected as resistance, but we're also now facing some horizontal resistance. So we can see, I will draw it on here for you. We have the resistance from the summer of 2022 here. We've yet to get, have a daily close above that. So we're looking at sort of the 615 billion area for a daily closure above. But of course, now we do have the this resistance here from this trend line. So first target is to close a day above the 615 billion and then look to push up towards 640 billion. But in this move, even just up to test this trend line, we could expect a better move on altcoins. Just look at some important dates for the month of April. Looking at the economic calendar here, and what I'll do, I'll just set it quickly so we just look in on the actual month of April, and also I will filter out so we're only seeing the we're mainly affected in crypto by the US markets. So if I clear that, select US, and this is just fxstreet.com that I'm using here, and I will just select the high importance events. We can see we have no FOMC meeting this month, so the next one is in May. The first thing to look at on realistically is Friday the 7th of April, so the first Friday this month we have the non-farm payrolls. This is obviously indicates the strength of the labour market. Wednesday the 12th of April, we can expect a volatile day early and later on in the day. We have the CPI figures out, which is of course the key inflation measure. And in the evening UTC time, we have the Fed minutes from the previous FOMC meeting. They will be released, so we will find out more details about what was discussed about future monetary policy. And it's not on here, but on the Friday the 28th of April, we also have the PCE figures released as well. So as I mentioned, one final thing, we don't have an FOMC meeting in April. The next one is actually on the 3rd of May. Right now, it's pretty much it's settled again, and we're looking at sort of 50-50 split. 50% of the market are pricing in no rate rise on the 3rd of May. The other 50% think another 25 BPS rise before a freeze. Hope you found this video useful, guys, and gives you a bit of an idea of key levels to look out for when trading over the coming month. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.